midseason top 10 showdown. It's the Auburn Tigers and the Texas Longhorns. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Hey guys, checking in with the Texas head coach before the game. One of the things he talked to his team about in the locker room is, this is our time to shine at home. They have been so terrific in the SEC this season, right in the middle of that conference race. But he said, I want our home fans to make it difficult on our opponents. That means they've got to be cheering early and often. That means we've got to get off to a great start here on the opening drive. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Longhorns ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. He'll bring it out. Slips through the line. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking for a gap. It's Cobb. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up one to the 35. Man, what a matchup. The stakes are really high. Both teams in the top 10, playoff positioning, all the things that go with a midseason showdown, guys.
And these are just fun for us because we got a little bit more juice, too, because both teams in playoff contention, both teams high aspirations, a big showdown, a big prove-it game, Palmer, for both these squads.
And it's been fun because these two teams seem to be revving up right at the right moment. They've gotten better and better as the weeks have progressed, and now we've got this major clash, head-to-head in front of the entire country, all eyes watching.
His third down a little longer after that penalty. Brown wants to pass. Right side, it's Nimrod. He'll be stopped short, and they'll force a fourth down.
And that's really good tackling by this defense, man. Third down, understanding the sticks, and what you got to do is break on the football. That drag route comes open, he sees him, he throws it. Man, it does not stay open long because they break on the football with great tackling and force the fourth down.
He's brought down, and he looked for room to return it, and there wasn't much there. They'll start on the ground with Brown. The defense there to make the stop. He barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4. Let's take just a moment here and talk a little about Texas. Really interesting matchup here. It's always fun when the top two teams in the conference get to square off in the regular season. With all the expansion, it's become a little bit of a rarity, hasn't it?
It has. Obviously, there's so many teams in each conference, but head-to-head still very much matters. So if you're sitting, obviously, at the top like these teams are, the head-to-head this day will really matter down the road.
Yeah, this was a game we circled way back in the preseason, expecting these two teams to be as good as they are, and now we get to find out who's the best in conference. Both these teams relishing this opportunity to show not only their...
Breaks free! And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Obviously, massive play by the offense, picking up a big first down on an explosive. But, David, third down defense, it's one thing to allow a first down, but you've got to make tackles. And you can't give up explosive plays like that. At the end of the day, it's all going to come down to fundamentals, and you know that is driving their defensive coaching staff crazy.
It's so frustrating. You want to be great on those boxes, right? You want to check those third downs. You don't want to give up explosives, but you just did 2 and 1. That's not good for this defense, right? They've got to control that third down a little bit better. They got to snatch some momentum back, and you got to tackle better, man. You got some opportunities to get guys on the ground. You got to accomplish the mission.
They've hit him with back-to-back chunk plays. Now it's 1st and goal. Arch Madness. Intercepted to stop the threat. They finally get him down, but a huge return. Not only do they get the ball back, but man, did they set up some field position. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Well, coming into this one, the offense knew a big key was going to be getting the ground game established. They haven't been able to do that yet. They punted on their opening drive, and they have a negative play here on the first play of their second drive.
He stopped in his tracks, and at least they didn't lose yardage on this one.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Brown will throw it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The official says no good. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same.
And just not enough leg on that kick. You see it just gets knocked down by the crossbar.
So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Working that left side. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. And the Longhorns moving quickly to the line. A give to Brown. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Manning with the play fake. Looking for a huge play. Goes high to pull it in. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. The big fellas coming out in the goal line defense. They'll move the tight end. Run in the red zone. It's Brown. And he's in. Touchdown, Texas. Precision blocking up front. Created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking in front.
And the extra point is good. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Cobb. Steamrolls his way ahead.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Wants to pass. Out wide right, it's Cobb. They didn't get a ton of yardage there, but they're really effective at using the back out of the backfield, and they do it to get the first down here. The give to the left side. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Give to the running back. Crosses the 45. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49. There's a rich tradition of running the football at Auburn from James Brooks, Joe Cribbs, Bo Jackson, Cadillac Williams, Ronnie Brown. They love to find a tough running back to feed the rock.
Such great history, such great lineage of ground and pound and great athletes, and it's just a physical mindset of Auburn, and they're always that team that wants to run the football.
Well, you're trailing in the game. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for space. It's Cobb. Can't get him to the ground. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be dragged to the ground, but it'll be a first down.
Really put an offensive possession together here that's fun to watch. Like, it's fun to watch them own the line of scrimmage, be physical. In this area of the field, this is what they call the fringe, right outside the red zone. It's kind of your last opportunity to take shots, take advantage of the extended space on the field before you get cramped in the red zone. So I look for this offense to be aggressive.
Tells the play fake, wants to throw on first down. And that one's incomplete.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And then plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Defense in press coverage. Fake and wants to throw. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Well, this defense knew coming into this game, playing one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, they were going to have to find a way to get him off rhythm. They're going to have to be careful doing it because of that speed, but that is huge for their confidence. They get their first sack of the game here in the first half, and you can all of a sudden see the body language on this defense. It is changed.
Unloads to the wideout. Pulls it in. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Finally, this offense starting to show a little juice. They've got a 1st and 10. Sells the run, looking to pass. Still looking to his right. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Brown will throw it. Timed it perfectly to knock it free. Forces the 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Pulls and fired complete. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Auburn! An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Throwing Manning. Still looking. He's going to run it. He'll be run out of bounds, but there is a flag on the play. You can grab, but you can't hold on. The defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Dropping back, it's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has 1 interception. That was almost a 2nd. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
2nd and long here. To throw, Manning. On the left side, here's Coleman. And he's able to bounce off 1 tackle for a solid pickup.
And that's the advantage of being a big wide receiver, because now you're a big target. And on these slant routes, you don't have to run the perfect route, but you can use your size and your physicality to get the job done almost every time.
We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the 1st half. The Longhorns come to the ball trying to pick up this 3rd and short. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Well, they were trying to sneak him out of the backfield that time into the passing game, but that did not fool anybody on defense. What a hit, forcing that incompletion.
Sends his 1st one of the day on the way. We didn't see much of him in that victory last week, just called on 1 time. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. First play of this drive comes from the 27. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Cobb. He is snowed under, nowhere to go, and it'll be second and long.
It's an offense that takes pride in being physical. They try to get it going on the ground, but no gain on that one.
Just nowhere to run, not a lot of wiggle room for the ball carrier.
This defense came in knowing that they had to match their physicality. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Breaks into the open. They'll mark him down at the 37. It's a 10-yard gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Back's got it on the screen. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
On the move. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Makes the grab. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Brown wants to pass. Pulls it in. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
Running backs nowadays, they are wide receivers. I mean, you got to feature them in the pass game. Why? Because you get matchups on linebackers like this. Great job getting the football near the line of scrimmage. Bam, break a tackle, make something happen, get 10-plus yards.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you can tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Left side, it's Nimrod. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Auburn!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? Arch is going to throw for it. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Gets it down to the 33. They pick up the first down. Got to use their time wisely. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Back to throw, it's Manning. Rush right in his face. They got him. Great pressure by this defense. Timeout taken by Texas. It's their second. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. And the Longhorns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
Third down from the gun, Manning. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
This really has been a Jekyll and Hyde story for this quarterback. His last game out, he completed over 80% of his throws, but things just not going his way in this one. You've got to give the defense a ton of credit.
The Longhorns send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch is signaled and made, and they'll go to work from the 27-yard line. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They'll start on the ground with Washington. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We start with Baylor taking on the BYU Cougars. And it's the Bears looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. And now we take a look at some of the other games going on around the nation on another wild day of college football.
The Longhorns sending the offense back onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Arch to throw. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And this is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Rush is on. Trying to escape and get it himself. He'll be dragged down right at the 19-yard line. It'll bring up 4th down. The Longhorns will punt this one away, and he's going to have to drive this ball into the teeth of the wind. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Auburn's offense headed out to go on the attack. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Ready to fire from the pistol. Hands it off on the counter. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Brown will throw it. They're all over it. Man, did he pay for it with that hit as he got rid of the ball.
I think he's showing you his experience on that decision right there. There was nothing open, so don't try to force it into coverage. You've got the lead. If it's not there, just throw it away. The head coach loves to see his quarterback make that kind of decision.
DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Straight ahead, it's Pop. He gets it to the 34-yard line, but excellent third down defense, and fourth down's coming up.
Man, we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
Well, that's now the second missed field goal for this kicker, and I'll tell you this, you can't blame the weather for all this. This is a beautiful day. He needs to do better executing these field goals.
They'll start on the ground with Brown. There he goes. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. One guy, two guy, three guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Pulls it on the option. Didn't even get started. He'll be dropped for a loss of 3. And the Longhorns racing to the line in the hurry-up. Manning tries to pick it up on third down. Out wide left, it's Coleman. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. The 20. He's at the... He is in! Touchdown, Longhorns!
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. It seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing on concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finish the drive with a 64-yard scoring toss. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Auburn is ready to go back to work on offense. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game as they start the drive. If the quarterback's a little more on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. Deadlocked here in the third quarter. It's 2nd and 10. Brown wants to pass. Left side, it's Johnson. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front, establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Fake to the back, wants to throw it. Move to his right. Right side, it's Johnson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. And the Tigers are moving quickly down the field. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Drops back on first down. Snags it. He's down right there. Short gain on the grab. He was looking to get the ball farther downfield, but he just had to take what he could before he got drilled.
Sometimes you can look down the field, Reese, but you see that pressure, and it's getting to you. Get rid of the football. You don't want to take the sack. You don't want to lose the yardage, and try to let your running back or somebody else make a play out of the backfield.
Second down, going to throw it. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Making the adjustment. Here's Brown to begin the drive. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
And, man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches, finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hasn't been on the same page.
Manning lines up in the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. The Longhorns will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. One final play before the end of the quarter. On the move, it's Cobb. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the fourth quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Tells the run, wants to pass. Flush to the left. Out wide left, it's Johnson. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal.
Gain of 19 on the play. First and goal.
And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time on the clock for an answer. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Tigers! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Dropped immediately. He got nothing on first down.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Here's Manning to throw. In the backfield, it's Brown. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch of these receivers. A lot of times you see so much damage done after the catch. This defense has been dialed in, and the big play has been a non-issue.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. To the air, it's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. Hits the accelerator to the right. The 10. Touchdown, Longhorn. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They capped that one off in style, a 74-yarder for the score. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Here comes that Auburn offense onto the field again. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Oh, pressure's coming.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game. That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. He's going to throw it from his own end zone. Escapes the pressure going right. He's loose at the 15. He's forced out of bounds at the 23-yard line. A good pickup to give this offense some operating room. Auburn's going to have to send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Going to field this one in tight quarters. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Here comes the Texas offense. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie.
Yeah, this offense has got it cooking, man. And how about the defense? Great job getting that stop, getting the football right back to the hot hand. Now this offense, Palmer, has a chance to take the lead.
You can see the offense, too. They understand the situation right now. They were jonesing on the sidelines to get another opportunity to run back on the field. They are ready to drive this ball and go score.
The quarterback and the offensive line really do a good job. What do? They sell pass first. Everything looks like pass. Nope, they hit you with a run. Really great job working together with a little bit of misdirection.
First down, right back to Brown. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Manning. Out wide right, it's Wingo. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
Yeah, and he runs a quick out route. And this is a timing route. Quarterback has to trust him, throw him the football. You can tell they've thrown this a time or two. Nice job, nice success.
Quarterback changing the play. Scanning the field, it's Manning. Throws to the tight end. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands. They'll need a bunch on second down. They'll move the wide receiver. Arch Madness. This time on target. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays, don't want to give up those first downs, and just make that clock run.
Looking to throw again. Good timing on the quick out. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. And the Longhorns, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Brown running left. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
One more time, it's Brown. Auburn calls it 2nd of 3 timeouts. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal.
The best red zone offenses are the ones who can run the ball in this area, but that's a tough ask today, especially against this unit. One of the best 5 defenses in the nation stopping the run. This is a really big moment in this game.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Changing the routes with his receivers. Throwing Manning. Under pressure. Touchdown, Texas! And inside a minute to go, and they've got the lead.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the 4th, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. That drive covered 62 yards for the touchdown, and they finished things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Brown will throw it. Right side, it's Kane. Makes the catch, and he's free. And he wisely gets out of bounds. The clock can be the enemy right now, and this offense needs to get some points.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
Wants to throw one first. Look out! And he gets rid of it.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
Long way to go on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the wideout. Complete on the comeback. And this defense's head is spinning. He gets it down to the 27. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Fresh center down's going to the air. Delivers the stiff arm. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
And this offense shows right away on first down. They're willing to pass down here. Does this soften them up a little bit for the run here on second down and goal?
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Brown wants to pass. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Last chance coming up. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. Guys, if you want to go strictly by the rankings, I guess this was an upset, but to my eyes, we saw two really good teams slug it out, and one of them came out on top.
Yeah, two really good teams, man. That's a reason why they're both ranked. They're both really good, and I tell you what, getting this win proves something to everyone else now. Like, I was ranked below this squad. You beat a team that's ranked above you. Now you start to climb up the charts, build some momentum. This squad's about to get some more respect, Palmer.
I think good teams find ways to win games, especially in a game like this. Two ranked opponents, evenly matched. Who's going to be able to make the plays when it matters the most? You got to give this team credit. This is a big win. It's impressive, and now they get to move up the rankings.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.